On my story today, we bring you the story of ZACHARY AUDU, who left Nigeria to further his education abroad due to the harsh economic challenges his parents were faced with. ZACHARY, unlike some Nigerian youths who go abroad to take on different vices and paint the image of the country in a bad light, worked hard, funded his education. He came back home to invest in agriculture and is extending a helping hand to the needy in the society. Please stay tuned and get motivated.
As early as 11, I could go to the market, shop, come home. I cook for the whole family of 10 at that tender age.
Sometimes I have to go selling akara to make some little money or to be given some few of those akara as part of the payment.
From JS3 to XS3, I was working in the market in Warri, in a particular market called Besu Market. I was pushing wheelbarrow and truck, then as a student.
My name is ZACHARY AUDU. Okay, growing up as a child was not really easy for me. Though I had caring parents, my dad and my mom, and two siblings, which I'm the second child. So we moved to Abuja when I was 3 years old because my dad got a job here in Abuja. But after we moved, he lost the job which he got here, and it wasn't easy for us. And my mom, she was a retired nurse. She retired before we came to Abuja, and when we got here, she had no other job, and she only started a little business which she was selling beer and maybe pure water first in one small shop. That was how she used to get money to train us through primary school. And my dad also, he will get a job. After a while, he loses his job. He lost maybe about 8 jobs. And so we're feeling terrible. It wasn't easy. The whole load was on my mom's head. Training 3 kids and some other family members too, they will come around for assistance on all that, which we never chased them away because we just wanted to share the little we had with them. So it wasn't easy, and my dad was losing his job till we got to secondary school. He was teaching in different primary schools. He was given the headmaster, but after a while something will happen and he would leave. He got to a stage whereby in secondary school I didn't see my results from JSS 1 till maybe about SS2 because it was difficult to pay the fees, and it wasn't really expensive back then. We're talking about public school, 3,000 to 5,000 or 7,000 naira. So all this didn't make us give up, and my mom was still struggling to make sure we go to school like our other mates, and this was how we finished primary school, secondary school, and by the grace of God, she found a way. My parents, they came together, they did little business. She expanded her beer parlor business to restaurants and other things. That was how she raised money to send me abroad. I just told her, do your best, help me get this money, let me go abroad. I will work and pay my school fees when I'm in school. So she did all she could. and she managed to send me abroad. And that was how I was working, and I was schooling at the same time. I was practicing Photoshop, so I was good in editing, so I edit for people, both photos and videos. That's how they pay me till I started working for my department in school, which is radio, TV and film. I was editor and I was also in charge of the camera room equipment. This was how I was struggling to pay my school fees of $2,000 and my rent of about $4,000. And also, I was supporting them back at home. So it wasn't, the childhood was not really easy, but I did not give up. So coming this far has to do with knowledge, not just going to school. Because when I was going to school, I had good friends around me. We shared our advices and all that to ourselves. So we thought about what really moves in this country, and we thought about agriculture. So the agricultural part is where really helped us to come this far. We went into poultry farming. Yes, which we started little, hundreds of birds and all that. And we expanded. Now we have thousands of birds which produce maybe hundreds of crates of eggs every blessed day, which we make more than 100,000 daily from it. So that has helped us to save a lot, to do a lot of things, to expand into other investments.
Coming up.
So these are some of the eggs we have gotten this morning. We have sold, some people came to buy about 20 crates this morning already, and now we still have up to 10 crates on ground.
There's what you call grand corruption, petty corruption, and systemic corruption.
Free education is the cheapest project the government can embark, unlike construction.
Small issues like light, steady power supply. For me, that's the biggest issue.
We need to look at socio-political, economic foundations and resilience organizations for our teenagers.
Leadership is an opportunity for you to serve other people. And if you are not willing to serve, you have no business being in leadership.
Welcome to my farm. This is H. Honcho Farms, and together with the H. Honcho Foundation. So it is located here in Ushafa, under Barrier Council, close to SCC Road. It's called H. Honcho Farms, and I welcome you all to my poultry farm, where I have layers and broilers. And in here we have up to 600 layers, and also here we have up to 700 layers, and up to 600 by the other side. And we have new sets of broilers there too that we're about to start brooding. I started very small without any experience, which I gathered few birds without any knowledge, because I thought it was going to be easy just to raise them with feeds, but it was not the right thing. I started with about 500, which out of the 500 I lost up to 300 because I had no experience, and there was nobody to show me around. But the remaining 200 I had to look for someone with experience, which I called a friend of mine who has been in the business for a while, and he showed me how to go about it, that there are vaccinations that need to be administered to these chickens, and you can't just leave the chickens like that, else they will not produce well. So he brought out the vaccination list, came with his doctor, and they showed me, they injected the chicken from the very first day. You start giving them vaccinations and all that till they get to 18 weeks when they'll start laying. The first stage was successful with the 200, and I started making few crates of egg daily, and that was how I saved up the money from that little one to expand onto this level. And now we have up to 2,000 birds here. They eat up to 7 bags of their feed daily, and they also produce the money that we use to get these feeds, and we produce up to 55 to 60 crates of egg daily. But I have a foundation called Honcho Foundation, and we have been running since last year now, but we finally got registered early this year, and because I have the heart of giving, so I decided to start up a foundation because when I see people that are in need, it really hurts my heart when I come to Nigeria and I see the rate of unemployed people and people suffering from no money to feed themselves. So this thing touched my heart, and I decided, okay, let me start up this foundation to help people the right way. The honcho there, it means like leadership. So it's like a leading foundation. So I came up with the idea of also involving my poetry in this foundation to help me get more money to help other people, because it's not easy to bring money out of your pocket just to help a lot of people. So I decided to start up the new site of the poetry, which is just around here, which is very big. That way I will empower youth, I will employ people to work in the farm. I also employ security people, which are all youths, to help them make money. And I've decided to dedicate certain percentage of the income to charity.
I go by the name Abu Promise. I'm the general manager H Honcho Farms. This is what we call the P1, the Pent 1. We have about 700 layers right here. They are 4 months of age. They are doing well. They just gave us the first signal 2 weeks back. They've shown us the first signal. When I mean the first signal, the first egg. The first egg they just started laying. It's a good sign, meaning it's a good sign. The first signal, they just started laying. There are 700 pieces right here. And this is what we call the Pen 2. In the Pen 2, we have 600 layers. These layers are 5 months of age. They've started producing and they are doing very well. They are doing very well. We brought them in from day old. Now they are 5 months of age. They are presently producing. This is the P3, the Pen 3. We have about 700 layers here. They've also started laying, and it's also demarcated. We have 400 broilers. They just came in. They are 2 weeks of age. They are actually doing well. We're still brooding them. Presently, I would like the government to come into the agricultural sector. I would like the government to come into platforms like this. I would like the government to look into situations like this. I would like the government to come and help us so we could help the youth. Initially, when I graduated, I had nothing to do. But with a platform like this, by the grace of God, today I'm busy. Presently, we've employed a lot of people.
I'm David by name, and I'm one of the general managers here. So we're trying to reach out to the government if they can give us more land and more help, so we can build more poultries like this, just to help the youths in our country.
These are some of the eggs we have gotten this morning. We have sold. Some people came to buy about 20 crates this morning already, and now we still have up to 10 crates on ground. And before the end of today, we will have more crates down. Maybe about 10 more crates will be down. And if we sell each of these for at least 900, 1,000, you know how much you will make in a day. And we have the storage there where we store more excretors. These excretors, we package them in bags and sell them. And there's a certain time of the year when we sell them, which is January. So we store them for now to dry. So we have more than 150 bags of excretors, because we pack these excretors every single day, and we have more than 3 bags a day. And by January, we'll sell each of the bags for like 3,500 and 4,000. So if we have up to 150 bags right now, by January I think we should have up to 500 or 600 bags on ground. So nothing is wasted. The only thing we throw away is the feathers. Every other thing is being sold. And when they finish laying after a year and a half, we sell each of the birds for 1,500. This one here that I'm holding is the big size, which they will soon start producing after a couple of weeks. These ones are still small because they just started laying, which is the signal. And this big size has double yolk in it. It has 2 yolks in it. You can see the difference between this and this. See how small this one I'm holding is, and see how big the other one is. So after a couple of weeks, the eggs will be bigger than this. So this is the first process of it. So welcome to the new branch of the H Honcho Farms. This is the branch we are dedicating to charity. And as you can see, they are working on it. And we started this project about 2 weeks ago. And now see how far we have gone. So this is the biggest size we are building. This project has cost a lot of money, millions. And it's by the grace of God we are rounding up in 2 days time, and we'll start putting the chickens in and all that. As you can see, it's very mighty. This will take about 4,000 beds. So this is Pent 1. This will accommodate up to 1,500 layers. This is the Pent 2. This is very, very big. As you can see, This is the length of it, very, very big, and this will be able to accommodate up to 1,500 more layers. Again, this is the pent tree, and we have finished the casting. Those will be able to take up to maybe 800 to 1,000 beds. I'm originally from Benue State, and as you know, my state is the food basket of the nation, where we have a lot of farmers and we produce a lot of food from my state. So the message I have for my state government is if they will be able to support me, I would like to extend even to my state and build more farms, because labor there will be even cheaper, and the cost of making all this will be easier for me, and I'll be able to employ more youths in villages over there.
My name is Nna Douglas. I have come to identify with the Huncho Farms and the founder, the CEO, ZACHARY IG AUDU. You know, I identified with him simply because he's a progressive. He thinks more of others than himself. He thinks more of, you know, people around him living more comfortable than himself. He thinks about the common youth. He thinks about the unemployed. You know, with the little interaction I've had with him, shows that he has this make of human kindness, and his way of life has been an inspiration to me as a person. And I'd like the authorities, concerned authorities, to look into this issue, because using platforms like this will bring about, you know, helping the government too, to reduce the rate of unemployment, to help the orphans, to help those that don't have anything, resources to go to school with, to help those in hospitals that couldn't pay their bills, to help a lot of people that are referred to as underprivileged in our society. If the government can just give it a little push. Remember, a young man like this with such a vision needs support. This is Nigeria, we need to build it together. So I'm calling on the government, and not just government, and also concerned authorities, the private sector, to help Huncho Farms, because we need to expand. We need to put smiles on the faces of Nigerians.
My name is Promise Omada, and I work at Huncho Farms as a sales manager. And I'm here to appeal to the government to come out and help us in Huncho farms, so we can get more farms in different locations, so we can provide employment for the unemployed people. So we are bidding for the federal government to come and join hands with us as we do this.
We all have stories to share.
I was born and we didn't have money.
In my own case, my first sandals was when I was in class 2.
Hard work is the only thing that you have control of in terms of the dividend or the results that will come out of it.
Same questions, but different responses.
Sometimes people will say, oh, you are lucky.
I'm lucky.
Don't believe in luck.
I can also say my hard work put me through.
I'm lucky because I work.
Listen to true life stories with experiences that will inspire you on My Story every Thursday at 9:30 a.m. on AIT Abuja. For sponsorship or advert placement, contact the producer on 0806 004 2843.
I wouldn't just say I'm just lucky, because I'm a hardworking person, and every hardworking man will tell themselves that they will definitely make it in future. When you're lucky, it's just when something, maybe wealth just falls on you suddenly or by accident. But I've worked hard for everything, so I will not just say I'm a lucky person. But at the same time, in the sight of God, I'm still lucky to have come this far. I do not think difficult childhood can prevent anyone from being successful, because first things first, as a child or as a youth, if your parents do not have anything for you, and you just feel like, okay, my parents are not rich, or maybe you get intimidated by other people, other rich kids you see around. If you get intimidated and you give up, it's a very terrible thing. But if you do not have anything, at least there are still things that do not require money for you to start off, like maybe starting up a farm. At least, even if you're poor, you should have maybe look for someone that can give you 10,000, 5,000, even if you want to start with just 10 chicken. So there are other things. You can go into farming, look for just an empty space of land. You don't need to buy a land, plant corn or anything. There are other things, very little things you can do. But maybe a lot of Nigerian people, they don't look into the agricultural part. So I do not think coming out from a poor background can hinder you from getting rich tomorrow, because I myself, I am a good example of that. If I had the opportunity to relive my childhood, I will not do anything differently, because my childhood has brought me this far. The experiences that I've had and the things that I've seen have really brought me this far, and I didn't get into any serious trouble when I was a child, or maybe a police case or robbery or anything. So my childhood has helped me to get this far. That's the reason why I don't think I will take anything back if I had the chance. In fact, if I even had the chance to start living again, I will still live the same way, just make a little adjustment to my life. The beer parlor part, if I have the chance, no child would like to live that kind of life. If there's a way that I could take that back, yes, I will do that. If there's a way God could change my mother's business back then, I'll still do that, because I was exposed. That's the only place I was exposed to danger and other things. But now, those things are not part of my life right now. I do not smoke and even take alcohol. I'm not saying it's bad, but I don't do all those things now, which means I corrected all the wrongs that happened in the past. I also promised God back then that if He makes me successful, that I will make sure that I reach out to as much people as possible when I make it. And now He has fulfilled His own promise. It is left for me now to fulfill my own promise that I made, the vow that I made back then. So now I am reaching out to a lot of people, kids. We go to the hospital to help people that cannot afford their bills, to pay their bills. And I saw some kids on the road in Wuse, two kids, by midnight. They told me that task force collected their pure water. They stay in Papi. I saw them in Wuse too. They said they had no money on them to go back home that night. So that thing alone made me to flash back to when I was a child. When I used to get stranded with my friends on the roadside, we trek long distance, trek for hours from the stadium back to our houses. So I told myself that I was not going to leave those kids stranded on the road. That was how I called an Uber. I put them in an Uber. I wrote my number on the paper, gave it to them. They went home, gave it to their parents. The next day the parents called me. I went to their place with my friends. They explained to us that both kids, they are from different parents, but their fathers are dead. So their mother told me that they are selling pure water to train themselves in school. So I told their mother that, okay, I know this is the way you know how to train these children, but I'm going to help you. So I paid their school fees from their primary level till they finish secondary school, both of them. And I also gave each of their parents money to start up business, so that when the kids are done with primary and secondary school, they will have enough savings to take care of them in the university. And apart from that too, I've helped a lot of people with their operations. And my birthday, we went to an orphanage home, we donated, we went to hospital, we paid people's bill and all that, we bought them foods and stuff like that. So all these things, I'm doing them from my heart. We are doing it from our heart. So our government need to start doing all these things for we the citizens, so that a lot of people that are finished secondary school will have the chance to go to university. They should build we have too many space here, and there is money to build schools. These schools will help to train these young people not to do bad things, not to think of going into crime and robbery and all those things. So our government should assist. They should just take part of this our budget to make a lot of schools. It is very, very important, because it will help train a youth to become a good man. So without all this educational stuff, which I know the government is currently not paying too much attention to, because strike everywhere is another thing. A lot of my friends that started university before me are still in the university now because of the strike and all that. Even if people believe that even if you don't go to school, you can start up a business and make it in life, school will still help to impact knowledge into a naturally intelligent person's mind. If I have the mind of doing just business and I am successful in that business, if I go to school, I will still gain more knowledge to expand my business more. I always had the dream of being an automobile engineer. So, but looking at the Nigerian, when I finished secondary school, I looked into our educational system and realized that we had no such thing because we do not produce cars here. So, and when I traveled first, I started doing IT, information technology, because I always had this dream of working with computers and all that. So, but I always had problem in maths too. And I thought about, okay, instead of me going into this thing, I also had passion for using cameras, editing. So I decided to lift that burden from my head of suffering with maths and calculation. I changed my faculty to communications, which I'm studying radio, TV, and film. So that helped me to learn how to handle cameras and all that. Now I'm producing a movie in Cyprus, even if I'm not around. I have people, my team, that work for me, producing a movie in Cyprus right now under my name. And I've learned a lot of things about movie production, which when I move back to the country fully, I will start my own section, bring new modern style of producing movies and all that to Nigeria. And this is my story.
And that's it on my story today. For your comments and suggestions, please send a text or WhatsApp message to 0806 004 2843. Thank you for staying tuned.